Hey there, Broniacs. This is Hayden Means, and welcome back to Brons Over Brains. I'm filling in for Bronson since he's preparing something pretty big for you guys, which hopefully we will get to see in the next video or so. He did want me to tell you guys that he cannot wait to see you again. Actually, for today's video, we have a new guest with us, and who is from California. He's part of the neurodiverse community and has so very kindly agreed to provide with us his story and advice against adversity for us. In advance, we all at Brons Over Brains would like to thank each of our guests who have agreed to be on our channel, and we hope you Broniacs enjoy what he has to say. We are proud to announce Joe Cianci, and we're going to let him take it away.
Hello everybody, my name's Joseph Cianci, and a little bit about me. I'm from California, particularly Southern California in the Orange County area. I'm currently 24 years old. I'm going to be 25 next January. I'm also currently a graduate student here at Cal State University Fullerton, and I'm getting my master's degree in taxation. So I'll be basically trying to become a CPA, pass the CPA exam. And then, basically I just want to help people with their taxes, whether that be individuals or businesses, but mainly just do tax planning and tax compliance and whatnot, and make sure, people get the best tax outcome as legally and as best as possible. And so my diagnosis regarding autism, I never really got a full official diagnosis. I basically, I was born premature. I weighed about 1 pound and 13 ounces, so it was pretty small. And basically, my doctor at the time, he just told my parents that, I'm most likely going to be on the spectrum. That it might be difficult for me to do things. And so as I grew up, went to elementary school, middle school, and high school, I ended up getting a speech therapist, and she really helped me with my speech. Just helped me, I guess, be more confident in myself, be more assertive, and I want to say that helped me a lot. Also, just a couple of things, other things about me. I did have the IEP when I was in high school, Individualized Education Plan. That helped me a lot. It helped me transition into college, and because I realized in college it's a lot different than high school. College, you kind of have to advocate for yourself more, whereas in high school, you have someone, that's always there for you and whatnot. So that's something I had to learn on my own. And then now, since I'm in graduate school, I've been able to do that. I've been able to advocate for myself, make sure I get all my accommodation, and everything so far has been pretty good. I'll be graduating next fall with my master's degree in taxation. So I'll have 150 units to my name. Also last year, I got my bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in accounting, also from Cal State Fullerton. And yeah, so, I just mainly just enjoy accounting, enjoy tax, and it's just something, I enjoy doing. When I first took my first accounting class back at community college. Currently, right now, I work at a grocery store at Ralph's. I'm basically a cashier there. I help people with their transactions. I look at it as a way as if I'm giving good customer service, but also helping, people make sure they get their groceries and that, they can be able to provide for their families and whatnot. It's kind of the way I look at it. And other interesting things about me, I used to play the piano when I was younger. I used to play the clarinet when I was younger. I was also on the track team when I was in high school. I did the 100-meter dash, and then I eventually switched over to, I think it was called discus. So I had to throw this like frisbee thing and then try to throw as far as I could. And that was fun. And This other one, I forgot what it was called. I think I had to throw this giant, it was this metal ball, and try and throw it as far as I could, and did stuff like that. Yeah, that's basically my life. In high school, I was a little bit bullied by my own friends, so it was kind of difficult for me to really make new friends. But eventually, I found new people that were caring and supportive. And as of right now, I'm doing pretty good. I found people that I can go to for anything, and that respect me for who I am. So, that's something you want to make sure you find in a friend, someone that's there for you and that supports you, and also you make sure you do the same thing for them as well. So how long have I known about my autism diagnosis? Like I said, I fully have never got an official diagnosis. Just only my doctor thought that I presumed to be on the spectrum. But like I said, I had a speech therapist. I don't really, I know for a fact that I'm on the spectrum. I have this friend of mine. He's also on the spectrum, but there's certain things that me and him are like really different. So I can do more than him in a way where I guess maybe my cognitive ability is a little bit better. I'm not trying to say that you can't do more. But what I'm trying to say is that, I'm able to go to school and learn new things and maybe do more tasks in my job, whereas my friend might have a little bit more difficulty with that. And you can only do, I guess, more simple tasks and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I try and help him the best I can because, we're kind of both on the same playing field in a way, as we both work in a grocery store. So I try my best to, help him out as much as I can. The issues that he's having, because, what he's gone through is some stuff I've gone through too. I always try and make sure that we help each other in a way. But yeah, so I mean, that's basically, I've basically known since I was a kid. I guess the way I look at it is, I do kind of repetitive stuff. And I guess for me, it's just stuff, I guess, I have to do just to make me sane, I guess. Like, for example, when I lock my car, I kind of have to do it a couple more times just to give me that, reassurance. Other times, I really have a hard time reading. And I guess that's one of the points that was said to me back in high school. I have a little bit of like a comprehension, I guess, issues. But overall, ever since I've gone into graduate school, I've gotten a lot better. I'm understanding material a lot better. Graduate school, they require you to use more critical thinking skills. So that's what I've taken out of that. But I guess the problem for me is that, when I'm reading, it just takes me a really long time to get through like any type of article, any type of reading. And so I try and make sure I go slow and get through that reading, make sure I fully understand it. So have there been any challenges you've encountered in society as an autistic, and how did you overcome them? So, I mean, yeah, like I said, I had friends that weren't the greatest. They were doing alcohol and drugs. At the time, I had to make a decision, did I want to still remain friends with these people that, were assholes in a way, or did I want to, be all by myself and just be alone? At the time, I realized maybe it would have been better if I was alone, maybe found a way to make new friends. But I ended up staying with these people basically all throughout high school and then part of college as well. And, these guys, they, like I said, did drugs, alcohol, teased me on stuff when I didn't even realize it. And so, it sucked, but eventually I, overcame it. I left them and I was able to find new people. And so, like I mentioned, new people that, care and support about me and that want the best for me and that feel that accounting is what's best for me. And I've gotten to find like-minded people like that. And so yeah, I'm really glad about that. And so what did I overcome? I guess the issues that I had, like I said, with the comprehension, the reading, the advocacy, I want to say I have overcome all those. I've gotten better over the years. My comprehension has gotten a lot better. I've been able to use my more critical thinking. I guess also being more assertive, being more confident. I've also been able to do that with the help of my, friends, and also just making sure that, I put the best interest for myself, but also helping other people as well. Because we need to understand that, helping ourselves is important, but also helping others is also equally important. With the resources I was given, with me being able to, comprehend things a lot better, me being able to find a good support group, and whatnot. I feel like all of that has helped me overcome everything with me. And also, I was able to, also another thing I didn't mention, when I graduated high school, basically I was part of this program. It's called the Department of Rehabilitation. Basically, they are a job placement service. So they basically helped me get a couple jobs, retail. And so with that, I was able to get a job coach. The only reason I got a job coach is because, just to help me understand the job. And, at the time I was kind of young. I didn't really know what I was doing. So the job coach really helped me understand, the importance of a job and why it's, important to do your tasks and finish them and complete them. But eventually, I was able to get a job at a grocery store. I didn't need a job coach anymore. I was able to do things on my own. I was able to, any questions I had, I could ask my manager. And so, over time, I was able to overcome everything and just do things on my own now, be more independent. And also I want to talk about this thing I actually learned in class. It's called a growth mindset. There's a difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is where you're just fixed on things and that you don't want to overcome any challenges, you don't want to take any risks and whatnot. I would consider myself having a growth mindset because I'm very passionate about things. I always determined to get things done. I always want to seek a challenge because that's how you grow. That's how you self-improve. And that's just how that's how you just grow in life. That's one of the things I want to say, how I overcame things. And those are the challenges that I face in society as they're on the spectrum. In your own words, please tell us how adversity would affect people on the spectrum. So, I joined a support group on Facebook, and I've noticed a lot of people on there, they really do have a lot of problems, especially like people on the spectrum that have kids. So, that's something I'm probably going to have to face eventually. But what I notice is that adversity affects a lot of people on the spectrum. And that really, that communication barrier that people have on the spectrum, like I do. And, on top of that, communication issues, dating issues, which I have. Unfortunately, I've only gone on really one date, and I don't really even know if it was a date. I consider it a pre-date. One of the things that, I would feel that adversity would affect people on the spectrum is, all of that, and I totally understand it. But with communication, we want to make sure that we're open and honest about everything we do, and then make sure that we care for others, like I mentioned. Show appreciation for others. Show gratitude. Gratitude is very important. Showing gratitude will actually help you with your mindset and whatnot. And so that's what I try and do. When I see people that have impacted my life, I always try and make sure I show appreciation, show gratitude toward them. So that's something you want to make sure you do, especially if that's with your family or friends. It's very important, and, it honestly makes your day and their day, because you're saying something nice about them. like I said, open communication is important. Trust is important. Respect is important. And then regarding dating, just stuff that I've learned over the years. You want to make sure that when you're on a date, you want to make sure that you listen to the person that you're with. And then also, I've learned about these things, like there's these games in dating that you have to, you have to show no interest for them to be interested. Like, I don't know if I'm all about that. I think if you just want to just be yourself, then you're going to find the right person. And then, like regarding like paying the bill, like if you're taking them out, then maybe, yeah, just pay the bill. But if they insist on paying, then, maybe you can let them. I guess the way I look at it is if you pay the bill the first time, maybe they could pay the bill the second time. Or if they pay the bill the first time, then you can pay the second time. You know what I mean? So I guess the way I look at it is, you want the majority of the time for them to talk about themselves, and then slowly you can talk about, yourself. But you also want to remember, at least for me, dating for me is a long-term thing. You want to find someone that you can be with, in the long term, someone that, that cares about you and they also care about you as well. And then, you'll eventually get married and live with them, because, living with someone, that's a big step. But you also want to, establish boundaries with that person. Make sure they fully understand who you are. But then on top of that, finding a soulmate, it's kind of hard. But if you have that right mindset, right attitude, you just have fun with that person, then I think over time you might find that soulmate. And that you'll find the right person that you want to be with for the rest of your life. I think anybody on the spectrum can overcome any adversity. As long as you have the right mindset, the right attitude, you care for others, and I think, anybody can get through any adversity. Finding the right resources, going to people that you trust. Because just remember, that you're valuable in your own way. And this is actually something I learned in my professional selling class that I took. We're all valuable in our own way. And that, I actually learned in my class that my professor was telling me that, when we do a job interview, that instead of telling them to get back to us, that we should just ask them directly, will you hire me today? Because I want to bring value to your organization tomorrow. And a lot of students were like, oh, was that a good idea? Is that being too aggressive? And I come to think of it now that, we all do bring value in our own way. And that we shouldn't be so contrived it's good to be polite, don't get me wrong, but we should show to this employer that we're valuable and that our time is valuable and that we bring a lot of value. So that's why you want to do a direct ask regarding a job interview. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that. And so just all know that we're all unique and valuable in our own way. So do you have any advice for other members on the autism community who are looking to find the confidence to speak their minds in society? So like I mentioned, we should all be advocates for ourselves. We should all bring value and be valuable to ourselves. And, finding that confidence, I understand that might be hard. We need to understand that, as a community, we all need to work together and all support one another. That's the way I look at it. We're all capable of doing anything we put our mind to it. And that's why having that right mindset is one way to look at it. And, like I mentioned, we're all valuable. And I can see each and every one of you having some value in your own way. And so when you're getting hired at a job, when you're, getting help at school, or, if you feel like you're lost, just know that it's okay to feel that way. But just know that you're valuable in your own way, and that you do bring a lot of value. And I want you to understand that it's okay to speak up, on the issues you're having. It's okay to, stand up for what you believe in. And so I know, being on the spectrum is, people are on, on a variety of the spectrum. And so, some people are having difficulty speaking while other people are living on their own, but that also might be difficult as well. So just understand that I feel for you guys. I'm still living with my parents, but eventually, I'm planning on living on my own. And I know that's probably going to be difficult for me at first, but eventually I'm going to, get used to it. And so I want you all to understand that, being independent is important. It's okay to live with your parents for some time. But just understand that having that freedom is important so that you can do what you want. And also just shows that you're capable of doing anything. So like I mentioned, I'm trying to become a certified public accountant. And so, with that, like I said, I want to help people with their taxes, give good tax planning advice, show tax compliance. That's just what I want to do. So, if you have a goal, you want to go to school, you want to major in something, then yeah, I think you should do it. Then you can do what you love. Because that's just what I love. Because, they say that when you love your job, you'll never feel as if you have to work another day, because you're just doing what you love, right? That's what I want you guys to understand, that you can be confident in anything you do. As they say, fake it until you make it. And also with dating as well. I would love to be with someone that, supports me and cares about me. But do I have issues with dating? Yeah. Do I have a struggle with intimacy? Probably, yeah. But if I could find the right partner that will help me with that, just help me go in the right direction, and not only that, help have a partner that's going to support me and care about me. That's all equally important. My advice for other members is just know you can do anything, and that I don't want you to feel ashamed of you being on the spectrum. You're unique in your own way. You're valuable in your own way. That you can do anything you set your mind to. You can really do anything. And so, if you have to live with your parents still, that's totally fine. But just try and see if you can transition, when you're ready to live out on your own and live in the real world, and see if you can, try and figure things out. I want you all to understand that, failing there's nothing wrong with failing. We fail so that we can learn from our mistakes and be successful in the future. There's never going to be a day where we can just be 100% successful. There's always going to be times where we fail, and that's okay. But if you're struggling, just know that it's okay, and that you gotta just keep trying and keep persevering, and eventually you're gonna reach that goal. Like I said, I have to take the CPA exam. It's a 4-part exam. It's a 50% success rate. So 50% pass and 50% of people don't pass. And so I'm well aware of that. And I'm going to try my hardest to pass all of them on the first try. Even if I fail, I'm going to take a look back of, what happened. And I'm going to try my best to succeed, the second time. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say regarding people on the spectrum. So just know that, I'm just like you guys. Anybody is capable of doing anything. So yeah, thanks for listening. I got these thanks to Bronson Layton, He's the YouTube owner of Brons Over Brains. He has a great channel there. Talks about autism advocacy and how people can overcome challenges on the spectrum. So I've gotten to watch his videos. I'm actually part of his team now. So if you have any questions, you can always contact Bronson, or you can contact me on Facebook or wherever. Yeah, thanks for listening. I hope that was insightful to you guys. I want all of you to succeed in your own way, whatever that may be. So yeah, thanks for listening. And I hope that helped you a lot. Yeah, thanks.
Once again, thank you, Joe, for telling us your story and your very, very wise words. I'm sure Bronson's going to love this when we surprise him with this video. And we can't wait to see you guys next time. And hopefully we'll be revealing something within this next video or sometime really soon. I'm going to speak on Bronson's behalf and say until next time, this is Brons Over Brains. I'm Hayden Means, reminding you to stay brawny. See you guys.